explain the disconnect between your conversations with President Xi, when those potentially could happen and why they haven't happened yet?
Well, you don't know whether or not they've happened.
That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, I've never said whether or not they've happened, but I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and I think it's going to continue. And I would say they have reached out a number of times.
Xi or they?
Well, the same. I view it very similar. It would be top levels of China. And if you knew him, you would know that if they reached out, he knew exactly. He knew everything about it. He runs it very tight, very strong, very smart. And yeah, we're talking to China.
So they've reached out in recent days or recent weeks?
Excuse me?
They've reached out since the 145% tariffs?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you believe
A lot.
Do you believe
a lot all the time. We're talking.
Have you spoken to him directly, to President Xi?
I don't want to say that. Yeah. It's just not appropriate.
But you're speaking.
Sorry. Has he called you directly, President Xi, or reached out to try to facilitate a conversation?
Well, you'd think it was pretty obvious that he has, but we will talk about that soon. It's not that important because, honestly, we're going to have a deal. I believe we're going to have a deal with China. And if we don't, we're going to have a deal anyway because we're going to set a certain target, and that's going to be it. Do you have anything to say about that, Howard?
I think our tariff policy around the world has every country in the world coming in and talking to us. It is incredible. We had country after country in yesterday. We are confident that we will work out something with China, and the president knows what he wants to do, and I think he knows it better than anybody else in the world, and we are confident that this is going to work out well.
And by the way, there's never been anything like it. We have at least $7 trillion of new businesses coming in. If you go back and look at others, I mean, in years they wouldn't do anything like that. So, and this is in a matter of weeks, so it's been pretty amazing. We're number one in AI by far. We're leading China by a lot, by tremendous amounts. We're going to supply electricity at levels never supplied before.
Tariff policy around the world has every country in the world coming in and talking to us. It is incredible. We had country after country.
You previously said that you would consider reducing tariffs on China to get a TikTok deal done. Is that still on the table as of now?
Well, we have a deal for TikTok, but it'll be subject to China, so we'll just delay the deal till this thing works out one way or the other. And I think it's a good deal for China. The TikTok deal is very good. TikTok is good for China, and I think they'd like to see us do a deal, especially the deal that we have pretty much done with some of the best companies in the world.
If they agree to sign the deal, would you take that into consideration?
I think it would be something we discuss because it's a natural. If we're making a deal, I guess we'll spend 5 minutes and talk about TikTok. It wouldn't take very long.
Can you give us a sense of how far along these negotiations are with China? Are they in the early stages, or are you inching closer now to actually making a deal on tariffs?
I think that we will make a deal with China. I think we've had some very good talks, but we will have some very good talks remaining. And, you know, I view it, and some people say, oh, rush. I think we have a lot of time. I think we have plenty of time. But we have very, very good. You saw Japan was here yesterday. We had Italy today. We had a great conversation with the Prime Minister. We've had very good talks yesterday with Mexico. Talking with everybody. You know, the problem is it's only so many hours in the day. I think we're going to make a deal with China. We're going to make a deal with everybody, and if we don't make a deal, we'll just set a target, and we'll live with that, and it'll be fine too.
How much time do you think you have?
I would think over the next 3 or 4 weeks. I think maybe the whole thing could be concluded. You have to understand, we're a big. If you think of us as a big, beautiful department store before that business was destroyed by the internet, we're a big, beautiful store, and everybody wants a piece of that store. China wants it. Japan wants it, Mexico, Canada, they live off it, those two. Without us, they wouldn't have a country. And everybody wants a piece.
中国商务部与美方对口部门一直保持工作层沟通，中方的立场一直很明确。对于美方进行经贸领域磋商持开放态度，单边加征关税措施 完全由美方发起，解铃还需系铃人。我们敦促美方立即停止极限施压，停止胁迫讹诈，在相互尊重的基础上，与中方通过平等对话解决分歧。
妈妈是我的心肝宝贝，她值得最好的。想带妈妈外出走走，开心出游，我为妈妈选中天文创系列手机挂绳，重磅落肩白 T。知道妈妈总舍不得买给自己，我来买。希望妈妈解放双手，穿得舒服年轻。现在就上快点购母亲节中天文创系列宠爱妈妈超值专区，享多件超值组合价，还有多项文创商品加购价优惠，满5000加送520购物金。透过中天新闻网 App 下单或输入 CPI 推荐码，每单再减50元。